Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas.
To those guests who've just joined us, welcome. Our next stop is the Magic Kingdom.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. Bob, this is ResortLoop.com episode number 93.
93, and we've got a really cool guest on today.
I'm very excited about this show. We were trying to set this up. We started to talk about it like in October.
Yeah,
and we know that's the month
that her great news. We said we got to get her on.
Great news. October wasn't a good month for me. And then the holidays came up, and now it's January, so let's get back on track.
The never-ending sickness you've had.
Enough about me. I want to get to our guest. Everyone might know her from the internet, the interwebs, the Twitter, the Facebook. Disney fan.
She's like a huge star, isn't she?
She is.
She's everywhere.
She's almost like Samantha Brown. Everybody knows who she is.
I wish.
But this is Miss Kim Taylor.
Yeah! Hello!
Oh, thanks. Thanks for joining us, Kim.
Thanks for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Well,
nice to have some Ohio friends to talk Disney with,
I know when we first met you on Twitter, you were in Ohio.
Yes, I was in Springfield, to be exact.
But a lot's changed.
Indeed it has.
Especially the temperature.
Yes. It's a little chilly today.
Yeah. Chilly in Orlando, you say?
Yeah. I think I'm an official Floridian now because, anything below 60 is pretty chilly to me. But if it was 50 in Ohio, I'd be in flip-flops and a light jacket. So it's different down here, for sure.
Exactly. And I told Kim before the show, Bob, that it's 8 degrees here.
Yes, it's a little bit cold, and at least it's snowing again.
It's snowing again, but it's not the minus 12 it was a couple weeks ago. So,
no, that's tomorrow.
Oh well, there's always that to look forward to.
The cold never bothered you anyway, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, more and more every year.
Yes, it has. Nice Frozen reference there. Very good.
Thanks.
Very good. So the reason we have Kim on is not too long ago, she made a huge announcement on the internet to all of us Disney fans that she is lucky enough to start a dream job. Where at, Kim?
At Walt Disney World.
Oh, how awesome is that?
Magic Kingdom, to be exact.
All right. So what is it exactly you are doing for the Walt Disney Company?
I am a PhotoPass photographer.
All right.
Well, and you were a photographer before that, right?
Yeah, I went to school for it, so I have an associate's degree in portrait photography. Mm-hmm. But it's funny because I remember that one show that you guys had where we asked for our dream job at Disney, and I said that I'd want to be either a character or a photographer. And that was just like 1 month, I think, before this all happened. And here I am. So it's been amazing. It's a long story, but not really. So we'll go over that.
That's right. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. Yeah. So how did the process start? You're sitting at home in Springfield. It's not winter yet, so
the weather's nice.
Most of the time, we start thinking we got to get to Florida as soon as the snow starts to fly. But what spurred you to make that leap?
All right. Well, it's always been my dream, like I said, to work at Disney. And over the past year or two, I've been thinking about it even more. I'm single, don't have any kids. So I'm like, what's holding me back? The only thing that really was holding me back was the roommate situation. I didn't really want to move down without having like something set for that. But it's funny because I was actually at Magic Kingdom and I got a call from a friend who lives in Orlando. She's a teacher. And she asked me if I was interested in moving down, but she needed somebody pretty soon just to help pay for rent and all that stuff because she was living on her own for that time. And this was my last night at Magic Kingdom and Disney World. And I went home after thinking about it for a day or two. I just decided to, give up everything, put in my 2 weeks notice at work and move down within, I think, 3 weeks of that trip that I was at Walt Disney World. So It was a very quick decision, but it worked out perfect. And I immediately started applying for anything I could at Disney. It didn't matter like what it was, as long as I could get down there. and there wasn't anything open for photography, so I just applied for the monorail hostess position because my friend is a monorail pilot, my friend Brendan. And so I had the interview set up the night or the day after I moved in, and got to the interview, and he said, "We're going to talk about PhotoPass." And I was just like, oh my goodness, like
Wow.
This is so surreal. So I didn't even like mention it in the interview. He just said it right off the bat, and I got hired right away, and I started within 2 weeks after that. So it was pretty amazing.
That is awesome.
That is outstanding.
Yeah.
So the moral of that story is never offer someone to live in Orlando when they're at the Magic Kingdom, because they're jumping on it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Yeah, that's great. It seems like the planets all aligned for you right there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it kind of stunk not having a job for, 3 weeks or so, because I didn't have any money saved up whatsoever when I moved down, obviously, because I didn't plan on moving. But, things work out as they do. And, I couldn't be happier. I'm glad I made the plunge. And I just encourage anybody who's thinking about not just moving down to, let's say, Disney or whatever, but just anything in general, your dream, just do it, go for it, no matter what you think might happen, because things will always work out for you.
Wow. Now you were telling us before the show started, you typically work a 6-day week?
Yes, because Disney is just part-time. There wasn't any full-time available, and I wanted to get in with whatever I could. So I picked the job, and then it took me a while to find a second job, but I do Kmart during the weekdays, and I normally just have 1 day off. But the shifts are pretty short at Kmart, so it's not too bad.
That's fantastic. Congratulations on that. That's not too many folks are willing to work 2 jobs just to have that dream job as one of them. So good for you.
That's very nice.
Awesome.
It's totally worth it.
Excellent. So kind of walk us through a typical day working at the Magic Kingdom as a PhotoPass photographer.
All right, well, I go down in the utilidors like everybody else does and go to base and get our equipment, and then we don't know where our actual assignment's going to be until we clock in on the computer. And so from there, we're normally at our shift for about 2 hours, and then we get a break for either 15 or 30 minutes, go back out, get another assignment, and same thing, about 2 hours in a location. And depends on how long you're working, obviously, how many breaks you get. But Disney is really great about, giving us those breaks and making sure our equipment's working, and they come by with batteries and just check up on us. So it's really great having all these wonderful coordinators and supervisors and even just regular cast members helping us out all the time.
That's excellent. Tell us, what was it like that very first time you approached the utilidors and were getting ready to go in?
It was incredible. It was so hard not to just start crying. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool.
That is very cool.
It's finally happening. I still have the same feeling every time I drive under the Walt Disney World sign. I'm just like, yay, I'm here.
Yeah.
No, it's great. My first few weeks were working on Main Street in the mornings, which is my favorite place to be in the Magic Kingdom, because you have so much going on, and you get all these people coming in for the very first time and seeing Cinderella Castle, and you get their expression seeing it. And you have all the wonderful entertainment like the Dapper Dans, the trolley shows, the parades. I mean, you can't beat it. Main Street's definitely my favorite place to be.
Wow. Now, as a part of your training, did you have to take the, they still offer the traditions class?
Yes. So my very first thing doing was the traditions class, and that's where all the new hires go in this big room. There's about 100 or so of us. And then, they go over just like the company values and things like that. And then, we take a little field trip to the Magic Kingdom. No big deal.
Oh, yeah, right.
Now, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
And then after that, we have the entertainment training, which is like character attendants, photographers. And then after that, I split off and did just me training with a couple people for the PhotoPass. So it was a couple weeks of training, but it was totally a lot of fun. And I got to do some training in Hollywood studios. Epcot and Magic Kingdom, obviously.
That's cool. Now, do you get to when you're doing your PhotoPass, do you get to do that with some of the characters?
Yes, I was trained on the character photography, which is a little different than just the regular. You have to do a little more training. But yeah, I've been able to do some photos with Buzz Lightyear, which was a blast. We were dancing to the Tomorrowland dance party music, doing some NSYNC, bye, bye, bye. No, Buzz was getting down. It was awesome. And then I also did Merida last week, which was a blast. But I just kind of got my training cleared through the system, because normally you sign off after your training that you've completed it. But there was a glitch in the system, and that wasn't available when I finished it, so I had to wait about maybe a month till I actually got anything. So, but this weekend I get to do Storybook Circus, so that'll be fun. And then I think next weekend I get to do the Princess Fairy Tale Hall.
Wow.
So it's very cool. We get to switch up a lot of places, so it's always different where we get to go.
Very cool. What's your favorite to do?
Ooh, they're all so great, because I work like even evening hours or morning hours. So mornings I would like to do Main Street. At night I love to do one of the bridges, like the Fantasyland Bridge or even the Partners statue area, because you get to watch Wishes and you have a great view of that. But I don't know, the characters are so fun too, so they all just have wonderful perks to each and every single one of them.
That's very cool.
Now, do you have people coming up to you that might recognize you from Twitter and Facebook and everything?
Yeah, I've had a few people that I've never met or maybe not even heard of come up and be like, "Hey, are you Kim?" I'm like, "Yeah." So I think mostly just because of Twitter or other podcasts such as the Be Our Guest podcast, you guys, Mickey Miles or Generation Mouse, which I'm a new co-host on, by the way.
Awesome.
Check it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, it's great. And then you always see friends every once in a while. Like every other week I see friends that I've met before or, always talk to on Twitter, Facebook, or just from other podcasts. So it's really great getting to see all these friends all the time.
That's very cool. Which park? Now, have you shot in all of the parks or just Magic Kingdom and Epcot?
The only one I haven't done.
Okay,
the only one I haven't done anything in is the Animal Kingdom, but I picked up a shift yesterday at Epcot. Well, that was fun. And then I did my character training at Epcot. And then my icon training was at Studios. And obviously I'm at Magic Kingdom the majority of the time. But you can pick up shifts pretty easily. So sooner or later I'll get over to Animal Kingdom and take some pictures because I love Animal Kingdom.
Which one's your favorite?
My favorite park?
To shoot in, yeah.
I mean, I love Magic Kingdom because I've been there, but I loved being in Epcot yesterday. There's just something about staring at Spaceship Earth for 8 hours. I don't know. I'm a little obsessed with Epcot, so it was really hard not to walk into Club Cool and get some Beverly, though. Can't really do that when you're in costume. So.
No, I'm sure.
No.
I'm sure. What's your favorite part of working for Disney?
Just being in the magic like all the time and getting to, make the magic for the families and interacting with them and helping them kind of plan their day, because there's a lot of people that are there for the first time. They have no idea where to go or what to eat maybe. And since I've been listening to podcasts for the past couple of years and have done a lot of research, I know a lot about Disney, and I just love to kind of give them my favorites and some tips on where they should go, and hopefully they have a great time with it.
That's great. Yeah, with your experience, that really has to help the guests that are there.
It was awesome. Fun because there was a couple ladies that were dying to get in to Be Our Guest restaurant, and they didn't know that you can go in for lunch. So I was like, just wait in line for like half an hour and you can get in there for lunch. And they're like, oh my goodness. So it's always fun getting to make people stay that way. So for sure.
Now, the big question for me, and Tim will back me up on this, can you get me in Ohana? I'm just asking.
Do you know anybody?
I've actually never been there.
Thank
but
you.
when are you coming down?
We are hoping to come down the middle of June, so I will definitely look for you, and we will go to lunch at Ohana.
Okay.
Well, they don't do lunch, do they?
That's
why I can't get in. I don't know when they are.
No, let's go together.
Outstanding. We will do that. Outstanding.
Sounds good.
That is excellent.
Oh,
Love
my
it.
gosh.
Can you tell us one thing that what would surprise general Disney guests that goes on behind the scenes that we would not know about? What would surprise us?
It's not really that exciting.
It's like an office.
I mean, the utilidors is just like walking down in a basement with, pipes everywhere, and it kind of smells like garbage because, that's where we keep all of our trash, basically.
Oh, it sounds like work.
Yeah,
really.
So, I mean, it's nothing really too exciting. I mean, obviously you see some special people downstairs every once in a while, so that's always fun, and I don't know. It's fun to do the tours. If you can do one of the Magic Kingdom tours and go in the utilidors, that'd be fun. You kind of experience it yourself. It's kind of hard to describe other ways.
Have you seen any famous people?
I have not.
Not yet.
No. Oh, actually, yes. I lied. I'm so sorry. I was there for the taping of the Disney Christmas Parade park thingy. So I saw Neil Patrick Harris. I was pretty close to him. And I saw the concert series. So I don't know how to say his name. Neo. And
Neo,
then,
yeah.
Neo,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
We go way back.
That day was like scorching high. It was like 90 degrees and there was no clouds whatsoever. And we stood there for like an hour at least for him just like warm up. So just be glad that the actual parade part on TV is not as boring as it was watching.
Yeah, I've heard it's tough for the parade because you're there and
Oh yeah, it's
there's
a long
a lot of stopping
process.
down. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
I was actually in the crowds for the last two concert ones, but they switched the cameras back so quickly you can't even see anybody in the crowd. So I was like, well, that was fun. No, but it was a cool experience just being there and watching them record everything.
Oh yeah. You're gonna ask to work over at Epcot while the parade's going next year, though, aren't you?
Maybe.
What is there any moment since you've been down there working that sticks out as just a really magical time? Either something you did with a guest or just some experience you happen to see that you think was really, really cool.
Yeah, so there was one night I was working and it was kind of raining, so we had to step off to the side. Me and another photographer stood over by the ice cream parlor, and there's a family that came up and asked, if we would be out soon to take more pictures, and we said maybe. We just have to kind of wait till we get the clear because we can't take our expensive equipment out in the rain, And so we went to talk to this family, and their daughter was waiting in line for Gaston. And for some reason, she was cut off and never got to meet him. So that kind of ruined her daughter's day. And it was her daughter's first visit. And so the family was trying to look for some place to eat. In the meantime, and me and the photographer were talking to the grandmother. And this was close to New Year's Eve. So we were talking about the fireworks. And I mentioned it'd be better to maybe watch the fireworks from the Polynesian beach and grabbing a Dole Whip. And she's like, what's a Dole Whip? And I was like, you've never had a Dole Whip? What? And so I was just thinking in my head, like, what can I do for this family that's been having a rough week and just make something magical happen for them? So I was like, hold on just a few minutes, guys. I'm going to be right back. And so I went under the utilidors to Adventureland and asked the people at Aloha Isle. I was like, is there any way I can get a few Dole Whips for this family that's been having the worst time ever? And they said, normally we're not supposed to, but I will for now. And instead of giving me just 2, they gave me 4. And so then I kind of stuck back under the utilidors, and I was carrying these Dole Whips around trying to figure out which door I should go back into, because there's a lot of ways to get it back out. Because I can't just like walk across Main Street with these Dole Whips, it'd be a little weird. But
Right.
anyways, the family had almost left because it took me like almost 5 or 10 minutes to get these. And they were still there, luckily, because I went back and I was holding these. I was like, have a magical night, here's some Dole Whips. And they like started hugging me, and then they got all of our names. And so that was pretty awesome being able to do that for that family. And hopefully it made their trip that much better.
Oh, that's great.
That is fantastic. You are now one of the reasons people like to go to Walt Disney World. How about that?
You are a magic maker.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping
cool.
to do. I love being able to have those magical memories when I'm there, so I just know how much more it means when I can give it back to people. I love giving, so I love my job. It's the best.
That's fantastic. So I'm guessing I already know the answer to this. You would recommend for people to go work for the Walt Disney Company?
Oh, absolutely. If you're any fan of Disney World or Disney in general, which I don't know why you wouldn't be, yes, absolutely. And it has amazing perks too, so absolutely yes.
What kind of perks do you get, if I may be so bold?
All the Dole Whip you can eat. No, I'm just kidding. I wish. No, I mean, we get obviously into all 4 parks. We have 3 guest passes, which I haven't been able to use yet. But with that, we have to be with the guest, but we can bring in 3 people at a time. And then I think we also get complimentary tickets every once in a while. Along with that, we get a lot of discounts at gift shops and restaurants around. We had a little coupon book that was given to us, so I can get up to like 50% off a meal sometime up until like October 31st. And then we can also go to any Disney park except for, I think, Tokyo Sea. But I can get into Disneyland Paris, Disneyland California, obviously Disney World, and there's one other. But yeah, I mean, obviously I have to just get my plane ticket and my hotel.
Yeah.
But I can get in the parks. So yeah, definitely. And then I think we can get into the water parks up until a certain time, until it starts getting a little busier. But then we get discounts. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty great. You can't beat it.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Sounds very nice.
Yeah. So what's next for Kim Taylor?
Well, I work tomorrow on Main Street. No, I'm just playing the parks all the time and hoping to meet lots of new friends. Come on down and visit me. And I never know like what area I'll be until I clock in. So if anybody's coming down, just maybe send me a message and hopefully I can see you.
How can they get a hold of you?
You can find me on Facebook. I think my name is facebook.com/I'm Kimberly Taylor or Kim Taylor. I can't remember. Sorry. You can find me on the ResortLoop.com Facebook page, I think. And then Twitter is _Kim Taylor. So, yeah. And then you can find me on Generation Mouse now. I just started last week, so we'll keep adding more shows on that. And
yeah. Make sure you all tune into that. That's a very good show.
Yeah, it was a good show last time.
Yeah.
Thank you. I like my friends. It's a fun show.
Are you looking, what type of, are you staying as a PhotoPass photographer, or are you looking to expand into something else? What would be your dream job at the parks? Now that you're there, now that you have your dream job, is there any other job you're looking for?
I love the PhotoPass though, but I would think another one that I would like to get into is just maybe characters. So we'll see.
Okay. Very good.
But I think I'll stick with PhotoPass for a little while.
Let me ask you this. As an official PhotoPass photographer and professional photographer, what's a good tip for taking pictures at Disney? You have a favorite backdrop? Is there a certain kind of picture people should get?
I always just like doing candid pictures when I can, when I'm not stuck on a tripod. just your family having a good time watching a parade or interacting with characters. Just capture those moments when you can. Don't necessarily go for the posy shots, but just keep snapping. You never know what you'll get. And obviously anything with the icons in the background is beautiful. Just check your settings and make sure, your pictures look all right. That they're not blurry, because you never want a blurry picture.
No.
So, yeah, just capture the moment and make memories.
I think my usual setting is called auto.
Yes.
I'm not sure if that's the right one to use, but generally I go with that one.
When I'm not working, that's what I use.
Okay. We don't want any trade secrets, but, just saying.
Do you find yourself taking any pictures when you just go into the parks for fun?
Oh, yeah. I don't take my big camera in because I don't really have a decent computer and like Photoshop and all that fun stuff. But I just use my iPhone, and I have a lot of editing apps and stuff like that. So I take a ton still, even though I'm there all the time. I'm sure people that aren't necessarily the Disney fans get sick of them, but everybody else enjoys them.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
I do too.
Absolutely.
Kim, so what was involved in when you started to apply? Do you do it online? How do you do that?
Yeah, so I went to Disney's website and kind of just searched to see what was open, and I picked the one that I was most interested in, because I think you can only apply once every 6 months.
Wow.
And so after that, then if you get through, then they'll send you a web-based interview. And from there, you kind of fill out they kind of just ask you questions like, what would you do in this situation? Personality questions and things like that. And if you're good through that, then you can set up an interview. So the first time I applied, last year, I didn't get through the second web-based interview for some reason, probably because I had an Ohio address. I don't know. But then I used my roommate's address, which I think helped me this time. Mm-hmm. And then set up an interview, which I think they only had a 2-week slot available. So I kind of had to wait and call them back, because I, had to wait 3 weeks till I moved down. But literally after moving my things in, I had about 2 hours to get to the interview. So I was in a rush, but I made it, and here I am. So yeah, definitely apply as you can, and good luck to anybody who's trying.
That's awesome. Very good. Mm-hmm. Well, Jim, that's all I've got.
Kim, thank you very, very much for joining us. I enjoyed the show a lot.
Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it. Love the show as always.
Well, thank you very much. And really, I know that I probably speak for most of the folks that are listening out there. Thank you for being a great cast member. It's truly because of folks like you that make that experience so wonderful. And the fact that you just love Disney, and that's why you are so good at what you do, makes it even more special. So thank you on behalf of all of our listeners for making it magical for us when we go down.
My pleasure. That's what I'm here for. Thank you so much.
Excellent. And be sure to catch Kim over at the Generation Mouse podcast. They do a great job over there.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay. Absolutely.
Bob, I think we should wrap it up.
Sounds good, Tim.
Excellent. I'm Tim Scott. You can find me on Twitter. I'm Resort Loop Tim. We have the website, ResortLoop.com.
And I'm Resort Loop Bob on the Twitter. Don't forget Facebook.com/Resort Loop. We'll make sure we have links to Kim's Facebook and Twitter accounts on the show. And don't forget to rate us on iTunes. And
that's right.
Send those show opens to...
Ooh, I want to do it.
Do it.
I don't know the first part. I'm sorry.
414.
WDW. Loop.
Exactly.
Nice.
Where else can you catch us, Kim?
ResortLoop.com.
And on the
Stitcher.
Excellent.
Nice. Wait a minute. I'm being outsourced.
We're phasing you out. We're getting you out, Bob. Pushing you out. Kim's on board now.
I don't blame you.
She can host more than one. Oh, very nice.
Oh, nice.
I can actually record on the monorail anytime you want.
Excellent.
Oh, that would be great. That was
I think that's it, Bob. You've been listening to The Gateway to the Magic. Thanks, Kim.
See you, everybody.
Nice.
Nice.
Sorry, Bob.
Nice.
Have a magical day, everybody.
Yes. The Dole Whip story warmed me up, I'll be honest.
Aww, even though it's cold.
I went from like 8 to like probably 45 degrees.